Hey everybody, so I'm going to show y'all how I do a fill-in for acrylic nails, and we're going to get right into this video. So first, I didn't record. I started to record kind of late throughout this set, but the first step you would do is push the cuticles back, and then I did go through with my trimmers. What are they called? Little things right here, clipper things on the side. Girl, I forgot the name right now, and you try to clip any of the lifting nail around the cuticle off, but you don't want to force it. You want to lightly go underneath and see if there's any lifting. But if you force it, it could cause more lifting, so you do want to be careful. And then once that is done, I go through with my e-file and I just file down the cuticle in the apex area because I'll be building a new apex. And also to get any of the small lifting off, I go around the cuticle area. And then I just file down, try to clean up the shape, but I'll clean up the shape more with the hand file, which I'll explain. But I just go through and do this on all of the fingers. And she did lose her thumb, so I'll explain what I did with that too. The next step I do is I go in with my hand file and just make the shape more crispier, clean everything up. And then I also hit the natural nail with the hand file to remove the natural shine, and also to just go over the cuticle area of the acrylic right there to make sure there's no more lifting and everything is blended in. And this nail actually had some lifting, which you'll see me mess with. I'll clip some off, and I'll also bring the e-file in to blend it more in. But when you do the e-file to remove lifting, you want to be super careful because you don't want to hit the natural nail with the e-file. So you have to stay right on the line of the acrylic and just like get that down to the nail. And then once you get there, you can use the hand file to do the rest, but you just want to be super careful with that. And then I'll just make sure there's no lifting on the other nails and shape, and get everything all straightened on the others as well. Once those nails are ready for acrylic, I just go through and fix the broken nail up, and I'm just removing the shine from the natural nail. And then I will find a tip that fits and glue that on and go ahead and shape those tips. But I did apply, which you'll see, I like to apply dehydrator right before I apply the tip, just to make sure that there's no oils or anything on the nail bed. Once the tip is on, I go ahead and cut it and shape it, and she's doing tapered square. So usually I don't cut the tip when I do tapered square, but because this tip was a little bit bigger than her natural nail, I did cut it just to make the sides even with her nail bed. And then I went ahead and shaped it and blended the tip in with the natural nail. The last step I do before acrylic is I go in with this cuticle bit, and just remove any cuticle pieces, or just to make sure there's no shine on the natural nail, and also just to go over that line of the acrylic right there and make sure there's no shine at all. To me, I feel like this is one of the most important steps in a fill-in, because when the nails grow out, so does the cuticle area, and it's kind of hard to get rid of the cuticle when you're doing a fill-in. So I like to just make sure everything is good with this. And once that's all done, I go ahead and apply my dehydrator and my primer. And this is the primer I use. And then I will go ahead and apply my acrylic. For the acrylic, I'm using Crystal Clear from Valentino, and I'm just taking a small bead and placing it. It's like, you know, a regular application, but for the cuticle area. You want to place a small bead, put a little bit lower than the cuticle, and push it in towards the cuticle, and then bring it downwards to create that apex. And I'll just go through and do this on all of the fingers. As far as shaping, I go ahead and do my regular filing for the thumb, because I did have to do the full acrylic on this nail. But for the other fingers, I just went ahead and went across the cuticle area, because that's where the acrylic was laid, and that's what needs to be filed, because I already shaped them and everything, so I don't really have to go through and do none of that. But for some nails, I will go through and clean it up, but other than that, I'm just working on the cuticle area. Once that's done, I really don't use the e-file when I'm doing a filling, so then I just go through with my buffer and I use the rough side and then the soft side to make sure that everything is real smooth. I then had the client wash her hands and I went ahead with this nude color because this is the color she wanted. And I'm just painting, and this is from OPI. I love OPI, but I'm just painting the nails, and this is regular polish. And as I work, I will let everything dry and I'll put the first coat on top and then I'll go through and put the second coat of polish. Once that's all done, I did let them dry a little bit because the thicker you put it, the more time it needs to dry. And then I went ahead and started to apply the diamonds, and to do that, I'm using my gummy jelly from Nail Couture. And since I'm only applying one small diamond to all of the nails, I went ahead and did all of them at the same time. And then I'm going in with my shellac gel top coat, and this top coat is actually works pretty good on top of regular polish, so this is why I love to use this one when I'm working with regular polish. And then I went ahead and applied the real small diamond, and I did this on all of the fingers and then cured the hand for 60 seconds. I do like to wipe the sides of the nails before I put it in the lamp because sometimes I feel like gel can mess up the shaping. So I'm just going through and making sure everything is good with that. That gel top coat is a wipe top coat, so I do have to spray it with alcohol and wipe it down to get rid of the stickiness. And then of course I'll go in with my cuticle oil and rub that in. And this is the finished look. I really love this nude, especially on her skin tone. It looks super pretty. But thank you all for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe.